Good morning. A few months ago, I bought a Land Cruiser. It's older, doesn't have a lot of miles on it, and it drives real nice. Recently, though, the battery has been dying, and I took it to a mechanic, and they told me that I have a battery parasite. And what this means is that there is something in the electrical system that is drawing power when the truck is turned off. And to find this battery parasite is a, it seems to be a system of trial and error poking around the electronic gubbins. And I'm going to take on this project because I think it'll be interesting and frustrating in equal measure. The nature of this thing reminds me of a similar pattern in the imagination. And occasionally I'll run into frictions in making creative works where it just seems impossible or difficult to get near or uh, constantly draining in ways that don't seem to make any sense. And often, like the process of working through this and finding the work is working with one of these, I guess, imagination parasites. So having run into a ton of these things, um, I've started to reimagine them as a kind of dark ally. Um, they're sitting at the gate of something that wishes to be expressed and require that you relate to them before letting you across the threshold into, I think, the power of whatever work you're bringing forward. And so, in the case of say, a writing project, um, I've run into one of these pretty recently working towards story forms. And I've never really written stories, and I have a bit of a shyness around this kind of thing, and um, a trepidation, being bad, and all of the kinds of things that come with a new form. And sneaking up on this thing uh, didn't work. Pu- Pushing through it didn't work. Um, Putting it down and ignoring it didn't work because it kept calling to me like do this, write a story, write characters, like sort of draw them out. And so the only thing that seems to have worked is to go to where the discomfort and pain is around the 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 intention of writing a story or a character, and uh, see that tension, that friction, as something to be in relation with. And so I'm pulling here from some internal family systems work and Jung, like Carl Jung's active imagination practice, which I'll explain someday. But generally speaking, it's sort of like bringing into consciousness the friction, the tension, and personifying it. And through doing this, I found a way to uh, start writing stories. Uh, Writing the felt sense of the friction into a character and then working with that character to relate to the character's obstacles and struggles is proving to be an interesting practice in both storytelling and personal work. And so I've started to find these things as just it's working with your own images in a very intimate way. I don't know how this ends up and if it's anything that's shareable because it's very personal right now. But I can see how maybe some of the ability to bring forward stories can come from this place. So that's what I've been up to, and that's today's 5 minutes or so.